the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the New York Knicks. For New York, they have the unenviable task of starting the new season on the road. It won't be an easy place to pick up win number one, as they'll be facing a tough environment and a team that wants to win this game as badly as they do. And here we are, opening night of the new NBA season. Every club at this point can be optimistic. Some teams just looking to make the playoffs, others with much higher aspirations, Kenny.
Yeah, well, some people would say that you can start with a clean slate. But then certain people are saying we're building off of last year. So this is a continuation. But whatever happened last year to some of those teams who didn't reach their goals, they just can wash it out and start. But there are certain teams saying, yes, we are who we were last year, and watch who we are this year.
You want to come out the gate strong. Ernie, I think we're in for an exciting year. And it was a pleasure seeing you in San Tropez on our vacation.
Yes.
That's a nice aqua machine you got.
It was very surprising to see you there, big fella, too.
I was
not
memorable. Invited.
How'd you like my bathing suit, Ernie?
Well, let's get it to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
Let's get a nice clean game.
You can feel the energy here in the BMO Harris Bradley Center. The Bucks looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. And this matchup with the Knicks, hard to believe, just the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Not a lot of competition, really. I mean, they're playoff caliber and took care of business against a team that wasn't playoff caliber and maybe still isn't.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo. Then it's Anthony. And it's Galloway in at the point. Now here's Anthony. It's another look. He takes it up and lays it in. Anthony's got the first points of the night for the Knicks.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
And so it's New York with it. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Galloway. The layup missed. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Ripped away. And now the Knicks on the break. Anthony leading the charge. Oh!
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And so it's Milwaukee now, following the score by New York. Parker outside. Middleton on the wing. Clock at 4. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Middleton's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Galloway to the paint. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
We'll go to Dorisburg, who spoke with head coach Jason Kidd. Doris, what's the news there?
He said a big part of this game will depend on how well they can slow down Carmelo Anthony. He added with his size and shooting ability, he can score inside and out. We're going to try a couple different coverages and show him different looks over the course of the game to try to keep him off balance. And guys, I guess we'll see how it works. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. The Knicks leading by 3. Aflalo goes in. Porzingis passes to Anthony. Pass to Porzingis. New York moving it around. He kicks to Carmelo. On the wing of Aflalo. Launches a 3. Anthony's shot is off. Bucks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Carter Williams dishes to Middleton. Back to Carter Williams. Kicks it to Parker. The shot misses. So New York will take it the other way. Down low. The shot no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Carter Williams kicks to Middleton. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. We talk about players who don't get a lot of recognition that probably deserve some. For me, Chris Middleton, Clark.
He's at the top of the list in that regard for me too, Kevin. I mean, really a revelation for the Bucks the last couple of years. He's a really good all-around forward who can do everything well.
At the line for 2. And Middleton has improved every year as well. Added the three-point shot after the rookie season, which made him very tough to deal with offensively. And for Middleton, adding that three-point shot was huge. I mean, not only can he keep teams honest outside, but he hits over 40% of his shots from beyond the arc. And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set. That was clearly a forced pass. There was no room for him to make it.
Monroe outside. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. It's all knotted up. And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds, but went down in turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this young man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence, and he can spray that thing from 3. I like his promise.
Here's Lopez after the made shot from Greg Monroe, and he gets it to go. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Carter Williams kicks to Middleton. Back to Carter Williams. With some arc, and he sinks the layup. Carter Williams has got his first basket of the night.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Anthony drives in, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's his first foul. Galloway kicks to Aflalo. Here's Porzingis. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shot clock at 5. Lopez, no luck. The Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the underway. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Here's Parker. Puts it up from 15. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Here's Porzingis, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Here's Parker following the score by New York. Lopez against Monroe, and he gets it to go.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
Carter Williams with it. Monroe left side. 9 feet out. It's tipped, and he gets it back and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season, top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
And that one falls for Greg Monroe. Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting him. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
Both good from the line that time.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
A different look from Milwaukee. Henson comes in for Monroe, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee on D. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach, but I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
Monroe's checked in for Milwaukee. Mayo comes in for Chris Middleton. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway, he had to adapt.
That's a great fadeaway to borrow from, for sure. I mean, Melo already has a mid-range game, terrific mid-range game, and this shot makes that even deadlier.
Here's Calderon. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. And the Knicks lead by 2.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Grant the pass to Calderon. Anthony against Mayo. Calderon for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Mayo kicks to Bayless. It's Mayo on the wing. He's guarded by Calderon. And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Knicks making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Here's Henson, lays it up and in on a nice reverse.
Some guys will try to overpower you at the rim, but he likes to elude you and trick you. He's got quickness and a soft touch.
Now here's Seraphin, looking for his first basket still in this one. He dishes it to Calderon. Williams kicks to Grant. And again, it's New York.
Jared Grant.
Now Bayless. Outside Mayo. Pass to Monroe. A baseline J. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Calderon with it. Now Mayo defending. Grant dishes to Seraphin. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That one on Monroe.
And the Bucks arguably were this last year. How about going from the bottom of the barrel to a sixth-place finish in that Eastern Conference?
And for the Bucks, a lot of their improvement came, Greg, as you're talking about, in their play against the Eastern Conference. They went 30-22, Clark, against the rest of the conference.
A nice step for a young team, but you look at it more closely. Basically, the Bucks beat teams they should have beaten, but you know, Kevin, the good teams do that consistently, so a good step for them.
And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Craig Monroe. Good on the second free throw. Bucks are a strong team last year at home to start the year, certainly. The whole league was marveling at their start. Much improved, Greg, from the season before, but fell off, Greg, a touch late in the season.
And, Kevin, credit Jason Kidd. I mean, he got this team off to that great start, particularly at home, and they built some confidence, and that helped propel them into the playoffs. Sad to say they were still near the bottom of the league, though, in attendance.
Here's Williams, following the score by John Henson. And here's Calderon. That drops.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too. Yeah, the Bucks ended, guys, with a 23-18 record at home. Really impressive for a young team. They didn't have the largest margin of victory because they won a lot of close games here at the Bradley Center.
And one thing that made the Bucks so strong at home was their three-pointers, near the top in three-point percentage here at home. And easy to get the crowd into it when you knock a couple down from deep.
Williams with the ball, now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And Derek Williams is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
4th team foul.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Henson with the screen. Now here's Vasquez. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. To the middle. Henson's shot is off.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Now here's Vasquez. Henson with the screen. Vasquez kicks to Henson. No good. And New York the other way now. Down low. Here's Williams. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. To the inside. Vasquez. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Shooting one.
And Vasquez, guys, remarkable consistency over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, his three-point percentage went up a little bit, Kevin, but that's about it. I mean, it's possible. We just need to accept that this is who he is. I mean, he's a good playmaker. He plays with great enthusiasm and energy, and we need to leave it there. Don't expect much more than that.
Now, here's Grant. 6 to shoot. Here's Calderon. Rebound, Milwaukee.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Over in the corner to Vasquez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. And the 3 off target.
And talking about Vasquez, guys, good size for a point guard. Solid ball handler and playmaker when he's put in that role. But he needs the ball to be truly effective. And last season, the ball belonged to Kyle Lowry. Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Here's Henson, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 6 points now for Henson.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now, here's Grant. Rebound by Vasquez. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. And now a 7-point Bucks lead.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And that does it for the first quarter. Bucks ahead as they end the first quarter on a 14-5 run. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus offensively.
Just getting to the basket more, being able to finish with the defender in front of me. I think getting to the line a lot more as well. I think, getting to the line and finishing at the basket.
2 huge improvements for him. Greg, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already taken a big leap forward, and there's plenty more room for him to grow. He could become a real beast in this league.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Michael Carter-Williams is out there with Mayo. Then it's Greg Monroe. Then there's Parker. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg just with the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Parker drives in. The shot is off. So New York will take it the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Out to the right wing. Monroe against Lopez. Lets it go from 11. Count that one. And Milwaukee has possession. 3-point lead. Dishes it to Monroe. Back to Carter-Williams. And he finishes with the dunk.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Anthony, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass. Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
Porzingis can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The Knicks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And Aflalo kicks to Lopez. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. That one on Monroe. When you look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger, I think.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked. And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector, just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase blocks. He just challenges every shot inside without fouling.
Mayo against Aflalo. Shot clock at 3. Here's Carter Williams. Carter Williams with another miss.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Anthony against Carter Williams. On the wing, Aflalo. Lopez sets a screen for Aflalo. Porzingis passes to Anthony. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Bucks have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far.
Appeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Aflalo can't hit from in close. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Carter Williams. He feeds it to Middleton. The fader. The shot is off. So New York will take it the other way. Aflalo dishes to Anthony. Passes it to Galloway. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Looking to end the run. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
The Bucks working the ball around. Now here's Carter Williams. Not a lot of room. And again, the Bucks miss.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Anthony. Milwaukee with the rebound. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points. They've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
And Lopez throws it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year, just lacked any real presence in the paint, and lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
That was your Bucks banter. One more time, let him hear it.
Parker, right side. The pass to Middleton. Back to Parker. Outside for Carter Williams. Rocket 2. It's rebounded by New York. Lopez has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
Shoots it up. Galloway, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Mayo kicks to Carter Williams. Now here's Middleton. He's covered closely, and that one's good.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Pass to Porzingis. Afflalo left side. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Afflalo's got 6 points. Bucks trail by 3. Carter Williams with it. Henson with the screen. Middleton on the wing. He's guarded by Afflalo. There's the feed to Mayo. That's a 2 from Parker. It's rebounded by New York. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Anthony with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Afflalo the pass to Carmelo. Back to Afflalo. And Henson sends it back. An even 3-on-3 break. Kicks it down to Middleton. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Knicks leading by 3. Down low. Here's Afflalo. There's the dish to Galloway. Feeds it to Carmelo. Second shot opportunity. The rebound by Middleton. Middleton's got his 3rd rebound on the night. He kicks to Carter Williams. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
The drive by Anthony. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Carmelo Anthony just hasn't slowed down. He's got 11 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
That free throw missing. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a Game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
Parker against Williams. Here's Bayless. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. 14 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
Now here's Vasquez. He's guarded by Calderon.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Stolen by Henson. Here is Bayless. He's covered by Grant. Kicks it to Vasquez. Trying to get back on track. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Vasquez has got 5. The Knicks leading by 3. Grant dishes to Calderon. Here's O'Quinn. And Henson pulls it down. The Bucks shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Vasquez, that's good. Vasquez has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
Now, here's O'Quinn. Defense is right there. Here's Williams. Buries the 7-footer. And the Knicks lead by 3. And Milwaukee has possession. Vasquez kicks to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Henson. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Calderon passes to O'Quinn. Stolen by Henson. Now Bayless. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. They now take the lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Milwaukee.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
New York calls timeout. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The three ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
Making a switch here. Monroe's checked in. And a switcher also for New York. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. .127 left to play in the first half.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
Bayless dishes to Antetokounmpo to the left side wing. Screen by Monroe. Vasquez kicks to Monroe. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And talking about Giannis, he was clearly one of the very best players in that 2013 draft. Selected number 15 overall by the Bucks. And if you looking back, to me, that's what we'd have to call a steal with the kind of player he's developed into.
To the paint. And on that shot, with that, the Knicks lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Monroe.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
32 seconds left in the first half. Grant kicks to Seraphin. And now here comes Vasquez leading the break. Antetokounmpo passes to Monroe. And that one's good. Monroe's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. Seven seconds left to play here in the half. Calderon dishes to Seraphin. It's thrown by to Antetokounmpo. Can't get it to go. Tie game in Milwaukee. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yo, Carmelo, after this first half of play, what do you believe the team needs to focus on from here on out?
Well, just communication and trusting one another. When somebody get beat, the next guy got his back, and we're just trying to get up and down, get going some way, somehow. For the most part, we did pretty good. A couple of adjustments on the defensive end. Make some shots and we'll be fine.
Melo, thanks for the time. Guys, over.
Doris, great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. Greg Monroe was red hot to start the first. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
And Kenny, your take on New York.
Well, they're paying attention to the boards, and that's a good thing. When you're trying to get ahead and stay ahead, it often comes down to a few key possessions. Any extra rebounds you can get is a big difference. I like their intensity out there.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. And you know, Craig Monroe has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Porzingis. He's out there with Robin Lopez. Aflalo is out there with Anthony. And it's Galloway in at the 1. Now here's Carter Williams. Defense is right there. Pass to Middleton. To the paint. Knocks it loose. And Henson kicks to Antetokounmpo. Tries again. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Mark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
That's right. Here's Lopez. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
They grab their own miss. Carter Williams uses the glass to finish the layup. Carter Williams has got 6 points.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Bucks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. And here is Carter Williams. He has 6. Henson with the screen. Carter Williams kicks to Henson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead. The Knicks shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Inside. And the dunk by Lopez.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
They set the screen. Now here's Carter Williams. Middleton with it. Now guarded by Aflalo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Off target from the baseline. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Lopez. No good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Goes up. And Carter Williams slams it in.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
It's deflected, and they're able to recover.
Well, we've got a moment here now, Kevin, to look back to last year's Knicks. 8th in free throw shooting. 14th in blocks. And they were in the top half of the league shooting the ball from deep. Average to pedestrian, but still fairly effective from there.
And you look at their free throw percentage, not to be overlooked. I mean, this was a team, I thought, that did a really good job of taking advantage of their opportunities.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
That free throw missing.
You look at what Middleton has done so far. 9 points, and he's hit the mark twice from 3-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Knicks trail by 4. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Snatched up.
Lopez kicks to Aflalo. It's Anthony with the drive. Parker with the steal. And they're running. Up the floor. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist from Carter Williams. 6 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Inside, here's Lopez. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Milwaukee leading by 4.
Listen, the Knicks finishing at the bottom of the East last season. They didn't go into the season thinking they were in for a rough go, making last season all that more painstaking for the fans.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Carter Williams, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks miss again. And for the Knicks and their play against the rest of the conference, guys who've been talking about only Clark 11 wins in 52 games.
And you know, Kevin, what's worse is the Knicks were 5-21 at home against the East. No matter how you slice that up, the Knicks had a season that everybody would like to forget in New York.
Knicks trail by 4. Anthony nowhere around. No good from outside. For Milwaukee, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. The Knicks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Passes it to Porzingis. Back to Anthony. Anthony missing again.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Henson sets a screen for Carter Williams. Back to Middleton. And the Bucks miss again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Galloway. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
Shot by Mayo is no good. New York trailing to the inside for the lead, and it's Anthony getting it to go. Anthony's got 16. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put up.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it, Clark.
Yeah.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter. And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense, and that's kind of what did them in.
Here's Porzingis. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 5th assist in this one.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Well, you know, going back to the Knicks on the road, they just forgot to defend the three-point shot. I mean, they had the worst three-point field goal percentage defense with their opponents making 40% of their threes against them. That was the worst in the league.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Vasquez comes in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Then for the Knicks, Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Calderon comes in for Porzingis. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Knicks on offense. They're on a 9-1 run right now. Calderon dishes to Grant. He feeds it to Carmelo. Baseline drive, and there's another one for the Knicks.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. Nice piece of work there. Give yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Calderon passes to Grant. New York moving the ball around. Here's Serafin. Rejected by Monroe. Here is Bayless. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
I had a chance to check out some stats for Greg Monroe. Great showing for him last season. He put in about 16 points a game last year, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And no secret, he can score the ball. #1 on the team last year.
And, you know, he likes being the go-to guy. You can see it in his swagger, and, boy, he sure lit it up last season.
And he knocks down the first one.
You look at what Vasquez has done so far. He's got 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Derek Williams comes in for Aaron Aflalo. On the wing, Williams. The pass to O'Quinn. Pass to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Calderon, that's good.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Now here's Vasquez. He's guarded by Calderon. Vasquez kicks to Antetokounmpo. Here's Monroe, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm. Still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis's position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
Shot by Serafin, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
There's the pick. And another basket for Milwaukee. Prior to last season, Giannis was experimenting with the point guard position for stretches during the summer league.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's just the type of guy whose size and length really allow him to guard every position.
True. And there's the 3-second violation.
And a chance here to check out how the Bucks ranked in the NBA last season. First in steals, third in points off turnovers. And they also showed up in the top 5 in opponent field goal percentage. A very improved defensive team.
And I really feel like they fed off their pressure defense. You mentioned all the steals. That got them out in the open court and created easy opportunities offensively.
Mayo, that's good.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Williams against Mayo. Williams can't hit.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if you be a little bit more selective tonight.
Here's Mayo, and it's blocked by O'Quinn. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Bucks.
Jabari Parker.
.153 left in the third quarter. Stolen by Serafin. And here we go. Fast break. Calderon's got it. Here's Williams. And there's the feed to O'Quinn. Calderon has the open look. Drops in the tray. Calderon's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Now here's Vasquez. He's guarded by Calderon. 6 to shoot. Parker with a clean look. Here's Monroe. Some solid defense from Grant.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Bayless kicks to Vasquez. Lets it go from deep. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Bayless has got 3 assists in the game.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Calderon for 3. A rebound by the Bucks.
Boy, he's got a nice looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
Parker dishes to Monroe. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he gets it to go. O'Quinn's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Here is Bayless. He's covered by Grant. Some solid defense from Grant. And now the Knicks on the break. For 3, Calderon. And no good trying to get that one. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Bucks on top, up 3. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. As we welcome you back, the fourth quarter of action getting started. Milwaukee leading by 3. They've got Greg Monroe. Michael Carter-Williams is out there with Vasquez. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Parker in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And he gets it to go. Parker's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Milwaukee. Knicks trail by 5. On the wing of Flello. Back to Anthony. Stolen by Middleton. Vasquez with it. Now guarded by Flello. Middleton. Anthony with the block. Lopez with the ball. Anthony, the pass to Galloway. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. It's going to be on Michael Carter-Williams.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
That free throw good from Galloway. And he sinks the second.
Look at the game Galloway has been having. He has 8 points and 6 assists. The assists have been coming for him, along with putting some numbers up from the foul line, too.
Yeah, I love the unselfishness and then also the tremendous focus that's been on display.
And he makes all 3.
Boy, a perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Parker outside.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those playing.
To tie it up. Bullseye. Galloway has got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Now Monroe kicks to Carter Williams. Outside Anthony to take the lead. No luck. Good D by Parker.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profiling. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Monroe left side. Here's the screen. Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. Just 4 to shoot. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Parker, right side. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and that's 2 points on the layup. Now it's a 4-point Bucks lead.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Timeout called the Bucks.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Here's Lopez. It's stolen by Carter Williams. And now here's Mail, the fast break opportunity. Here's Parker. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really 2 different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates them.
And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Lopez has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Bucks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Carter Williams dishes to Parker. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
John Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Good on the second free throw.
And for Parker, he could have been in the Rookie of the Year running with this play, scoring just over 12 points a game and shooting almost 50% before the injury ended his season.
Here's Galloway. Carter Williams covering to tie it up. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And even in the short glimpses of last season, you could see that Parker was the real deal. I mean, he had no problem finding ways to score. And even with his injury setback, he should be a great player for years to come.
He misses the free throw.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand. But freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And, Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten every one that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not something we get to see very often, Greg.
And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
To the left side wing. Here's a Flalo. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And it's a 3-point New York lead.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Henson the pass to Middleton. Five to shoot. Takes the 13-footer, and he overshot that one, missing. The Knicks leading by 3. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Here's Porzingis, defended by Henson, and the shot is good. And the Knicks lead by 5.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Parker's shot is off.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
The Bucks making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And that one's good. 23 points for Greg Monroe. Here's New York. They're on an 11-3 run. Feeds it to Aflalo. There's the dish to Lopez. They set the screen. They grab their own miss. Pass to Porzingis. Middleton against Aflalo. Kicks to Galloway. Anthony on the wing. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Bucks trail by 5. Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. The 11-footer, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Galloway. Carter Williams covering. Anthony drawing the double team. He kicks to Galloway. He dishes it to Lopez. There's Galloway, covered by Parker. Galloway, no good. The Bucks have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Carter Williams with it, now guarded by Aflalo. For three, Middleton. It's rebounded by New York.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Anthony down low, covered by Monroe. Middleton on the wing. He's guarded by Aflalo. Middleton against Aflalo. Now here's Middleton. D right on him. Cannot hit. Good D by Lopez.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
And that one's good. That's now 26 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, nice double pump finish there. Strictly for the fans.
And Parker, here we go. Banked in off the glass.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
New York leading by 3. Here's Galloway. Stolen by Middleton. And here's the fast break. Carter Williams leading the way. Snatched up. And Parker, here we go. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Looking at the game for Parker, he's got 10 points and the 1 steal. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
First one falls for him.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Grant, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Knicks with the lead. Grant outside. Anthony right side. Anthony drawing the double team. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. And Aflalo wide open. He shoots. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Parker right side. There's the steal. Shoots the 3. Aflalo with another miss.
It's a clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Now Carter Williams. Parker kicks to Monroe. Here's Antetokounmpo. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And here is Grant. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Anthony drawing the double team. Fires the 3. And he gets the bucket. 8 points for Jaren Grant.
They're not going to run that play very often. But, hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that 3.
You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Here's Middleton off the inbound. It's rebounded by New York. Lopez has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the fact that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
Here's Porzingis, covered by Parker. On the wing of Aflalo. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Carter Williams, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And that's now 10 points for Michael Carter Williams. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Porzingis. Middleton against Anthony. Aflalo left side. And he nails that one right through the net. Aflalo's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that was just a terrific shot by Aaron Aflalo. He's making it happen.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 2. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Parker. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Clark, plenty of drama in this one so far.
And I would not be surprised if it goes right down to the buzzer.
Back to Aflalo. Dishes to Anthony. Back to Aflalo. Yes!
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Here's Middleton. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
You just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
Timeout called the Bucks. They're losing by 6. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Yeah, it's no-brainer, partner. I mean, that's their only choice. Shoot the 3 and hopefully get it down and then foul.
Knicks on offense. 4-point game. Grant outside. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. So it's New York picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, how were you able to take control of this game and pull out the win here tonight?
We willed our way to this win. It wasn't easy. We knew it was going to be a battle, but they came back, made some runs. We stuck with it, and we won the game tonight.
Carmelo, thank you. Kevin, sometimes it's more about the will than the skill.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Robin Lopez.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, his ability to get into the paint, get to the rim was deadly. For a guy who's mainly a perimeter shooter, it was remarkable how many of his points came right at the bucket.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.